continue with the blush. So with the blushes, you know what I did? I went in with my handy dandy. This is a burnt orange kind of thing. I put it underneath and then I used the same brush. So we're going to be left off of where I had that same brush that I applied the orange right here. And honestly, the look that I'm going for is I just want it to be like a sunset. Not 100%, but I love a warmth underneath when it comes to the blush. And the thing with this blush technique is you have to really pack it on. Like, you can't be doing a little 1-2, I'm done. No, you need to like really put it on. So my favorite thing is because my cheeks, I want it to be a little higher up. So I'm literally starting from the outside in. And we're gonna see how this goes. I have a bunch of palettes sitting here. So we're gonna see how this turns out, because I didn't add any more. I'm just gonna bring it under my eyes. So sad that I don't have my Sony camera because I feel like it would look so much better. But again, it's my first time using this camera that I'm borrowing. So I don't know. I'm just like gonna do a little dab and just start here. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Ooh. Barely touched it because this thing is potent. I think we're pretty much done with the creams. So this shade Cranberry this is an old Watch Me Blush palette by the Crayon Case. This is such an old palette, and the shade Cranberry, I don't know if I can show it without like blinding you, but that shade right here, I feel like this has potential. So I'm going with my shade Cranberry. I'm gonna slowly build. So what I've been doing recently too, playing around, is using like a darker shade of a powder, like, you know, like a blush, whatever it may be, to build off of, like to contour a little bit. Right now I'm going to use the shade Cranberry to sculpt my cheeks a little bit. So I'm going to use this brush right here because I want it to be precise. I'm going to lightly dab Cranberry and tap because I don't know how potent. I'm barely going to touch this. Just like going from the outside in. I'm not going to go up here because I'm going to use a different shade, I think. I feel like I do this when I'm getting ready. I'm not going to overthink it. And also, obviously, I haven't done my brows yet. I'm gonna do it the side, tap Cranberry. That I'm kind of contouring with it, and then I use bronzer. You'll see. It's not bringing that color any farther than here. Slowly, I'm just gonna drag so it don't make me get up out my seat. I'm gonna go in with Cranberry because I want the eyes and have a vision. So I want the eyes. I don't think I'm gonna put lashes on because I really want the cheeks. I'm gonna put a little bit of Cranberry in my crease because I want it to look uniform. I didn't put that much Cranberry, or just the color Cranberry, to be in my crease a little bit more. I'm wearing the shade Chocolate on my lid, by the way. It's the Color Fix by Danessa Myricks. It's a shade Chocolate. Literally, it's like my discoloration on my eyelids, but in a little container. I can't find it. It's right here. Literally, it's like the discoloration on my eyelids, but it's like this. But like, I feel like, ooh, I might just get the bronzer right here. I have an idea for the lower lashes. So we have it right here. I'm gonna use a little bit more because I don't want it to be harsh. Again, if you like this look, perfectly fine, but that's not what I'm going for right now. I'm gonna slowly blend into. Now we gotta figure out another color. It's not in here. I have this old BH Cosmetics palette or Glamorous blush. If you've been watching me for a while, you've had this for a while. I wanna use maybe like a lighter shade. Maybe like this or this, maybe? I don't know. And I don't want it to have shimmer, obviously. Oh, maybe it's a little too, let's see. It's a little bit lighter than Cranberry. Barely. Hold on. It's a little bit lighter than Cranberry. So I'm gonna go in with this barely. I'm gonna put the apples of my cheeks. I'm literally slowly making my way up, but like dragging it out. I saw this video, which I get, Dr. Dre. She's a board certified dermatologist. So I'm gonna use whatever is left over because I wanted to blend a little bit more and just bring it here because I don't think I have a specific shade that I wanted to use in just like right here. So I'm just gonna let it just, but like Dr. Dre was like talking about how you're supposed to, which is true, change out your mascara every 3 months. I'm like, girl, Dr. Dre, child, I don't even know how long my thing is, but it's not there. Ooh, I like this. So this will make it really like blend with each other. I'm gonna lightly set my under eye. Forgot about that. Lightly. This is what like melts it to, like it just, y'all see that? Oh my gosh, this is so cute. And I'm gonna use my however old mascara because I just want to have an idea. I feel like using the darker blush colors, the berries are easier for me compared to using the light pinks. Let me know down below what, because I know some people do light pinks, like those look amazing, but I'm curious to know what shade of blush color you would do, honestly, because I feel like I might have chickened out a little bit because I was like, oh, berries, those are easier for me. Because I'm gonna clean up my face a little bit because I want it to, and then I'm gonna use my bronzer. Let me see. I will say with this camera, By now with the Sony, it's usually overheating within 10 minutes or whatever. I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to speak too soon. I really don't. And I feel like this video is easier to film than, I don't know. I'm just gonna, because I really want that. I'm gonna let it sit a little bit. And I forgot to use my bronzer because I like to bring my bronzer in with my nose over here. I just feel like it just really makes a difference. Y'all, I've been watching Hoarders. This was my fixation. My fixation show right now is Hoarders. Or actually it was more of a fixation in March of this year. But now I'm like, I'm a little cool on it now. But, hold on. I was like, watching this episode of Hoarders. Hoarders in general is sad because it's like terrible disorder. But this one though, like this woman, I love cats. I probably will be showing a cat in the future in this channel, yes, but maybe not, I don't know. Cause I don't know, maybe cause it's just like, I'm so used to a lot of responsibilities that when it comes to like responsibilities that are optional, if that makes any sense. For example, you don't need to get a cat. Then if it seems like too much work, I'm not gonna do it. But I love cats, like I really do. But this poor woman, she saw her father basically die in front of her of a heart attack. She was like too young to know what was going on, so she didn't really call the cops or the ambulance or whatever like that. And so she kind of blamed herself, and she's clearly traumatized because a lot of this, you know, when it comes to like this certain disorders, it's like usually tied to some kind of trauma, some kind of something. She now, you know how some people hoard things? She hoards cats. So she was talking about how she had like 70 no. She had 50 cats in her house. When you walk in her house, there's not much furniture, there's not much there. It's like for the cats. And so I'm blanking on her name, Dr. Zazio, who, if you watch Hoarders, she was like, oh my gosh. And then I've never seen Dr. Zazio, sorry if it's too loud. I've never seen Dr. Zazio like, she opens the freezer. Guess what's in her freezer? I want you to write down below. Guess what is in this Hoarders freezers? I'ma wait. Dead cats. That she was saying that she was gonna cremate them, but money, money's gone. Dead cats. I've never seen Dr. Zazio. And this is like, I feel like they definitely, which of course, like, shows change, times change, they probably figure out what works, what doesn't work. But sis was like, she literally like took a full-on step back when it came to, oh no, where are my eyebrow pencils? Sorry about that. Found my pen. It was actually in my suitcase from my trip that I didn't unpack it from. She had a bunch of cats, and then I think in the process, you can clearly tell that she's like, oh, a lot of the cats had infections in their eyes, and I think for her, she felt like she had a purpose of, I'm keeping these cats alive, right? She felt like this was her thing, because again, like, she experienced this very traumatic thing. But child, I haven't finished the episode. I literally was watching it and then I was like, Brenda, go record this video. The Hoarders ain't going nowhere. But you know, I don't know how it's gonna end. No, I think I'm at the part where they brought a bunch of vets and professionals and things like that. And one of the cats, because she has 50 like cats are alive roaming around her house. And then she has at least 70 dead cats in the freezer. That's where Dr. Zazio freaked out, because she had never seen anything like that before. They were actually decaying in her freezer. But anyway, vets came and I don't remember what happened, so I got distracted, but they took the cats, they were looking at them, and one of the cats, I'm forgetting his name, starts with an S. One of the vets took a look at him and was like, oh, he has like sores or ulcers in his mouth. And they're probably gonna have to put him down. And I think for her, that's when it really clicked for her, because it was just a matter of maybe I wasn't caring for these cats that I probably thought I was. I don't know. I just like, that was really hard. That poor cat. So they're gonna put the cat down because there's something you can do. Yeah, that situation is really sad. And then, so just a warning for people who just genuinely, which is fair, can't do this. I have never, since March of this year, had to actually not really look at the screen or like skip a lot of stuff. This one woman, she clearly was not mentally well at all. Like, they decided that she couldn't live on her own. But like, there was feces contamination everywhere. Before her mom passed, they were doing number 2, whatever it is, like buckets and bottles, you name it. That's what they were doing it. And they left it in the backyard just lying around. And this was the episode where they literally were like, I've never dealt with anything like this before, or they literally were just genuine, like, I have never in all my years. That was the episode where they literally were like, I have never in all my years. And when they say that, because they see so much craziness, I would never. They brought a hazmat suit, whatever, I'll put it down here, crew. They brought a crew in, And they literally were like, we usually bring this crew in at the end when we're finally cleaning up last minute things. We brought them in the very beginning because literally it's that bad. And then there was a scene where the woman who's now living in this because her mother passed, because they were both in the craziness. Her mother literally was like, not her mother, she literally, when they were cleaning up, she goes, let me get one last high or one more last light, kind of like an addict. She basically was saying that she wanted to eat contaminated food that probably has feces in it one last time because she gets some kind of high from it. You're not well. And I'm glad Dr. Zazio was like, actually, this ain't gonna work. Anyway, you probably came specifically for this blush tutorial. I love this blush look. I feel like something about bringing in more of the pink or whatever. I don't have anything on here, but I just want to just, of course, make it look. Someone's yelling. Hopefully I don't hear that. I'm sorry. I think it's super easy, and I feel like this just, when you do this look, it just almost forces you to go against whatever norms you've been taught in regards to makeup. And of course, when it comes to doing makeup for the first time, there are rules and things you go by to kind of like learn how to do it. And then once you get the hang of it, you can do whatever you want because there's honestly no rules to makeup. And I feel like with this, you don't have to have the bright under eye, right? You can go in with a lighter pink shade, which hence why some brands are coming out with like pink setting powders and everything. And apparently Hooders coming out with green. I don't know. But I feel like this really was like fun because you're kind of doing something that you're not used to doing. And I've always loved this look, but honestly, Painted by Esther is a queen. I love her makeup looks, and especially the one that I saw recently with Alandria from Love Island. She looked like a Barbie. That's why I think I wanted to go with this color, because Alandria looked like a freaking Barbie. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and let me know if you tried this look or not. And I guess I just ended up not doing anything to my lower lashes because I think I like the brightness just right here. I think I like that. Wait, hold on. Forgot to set my face. I get powder one size. This is the melt. Let's see how this looks because I like the way it looks right now. But let's see, because I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do like a half like I did before last time. And let's see how this looks. I totally forgot. Let's see if this gives it a glow. I don't know. Honestly, it looks fine. I didn't use as much powder anyway, so I don't think it needed to melt that much. But all right, I hope you enjoyed this video. And just so you think, after this video, I do not count fall as whatever the official date is down here. For me, fall is October 1st. Okay, I was gonna say, for me, fall is October. So whatever this is, people talking about it's fall, it's not fall yet. So anyway, the homebody series will be continuing or resuming this year. I'm actually really excited for it. And this homebody series, I think, will be the last one in this apartment, which is insane. And don't forget to take care of yourself and others. And I hope you have a great weekend. And honestly, like, do something that brings you joy. See you on the next video. Bye.